We're back.
We're
it was
back.
a struggle, but we're back.
And we're enthusiastic.
Yes. Very. Can't you tell?
Welcome. We have returned. We are cozied up on the couch.
Yes. It's cold today all of a sudden.
It is, isn't it?
When it was literally 37 degrees 2 days ago.
Olivia's struggling, nice. I'm struggling, we're all struggling, and we're here. So go us.
I literally messaged her
I'm
at
like
2:30 a.m. and I'm like, I am so tired. I haven't been sleeping. Can we do another day? And she goes, no.
Hard no. Did you really message me at 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
The insomnia is real, dude. The insomnia is real.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise that message had come to me at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. I'm just lying there
I just woke up to it at 9:30 and I was like, nah, we got to do it today, otherwise we won't be able to do it.
I was just lying there going, yeah, I'm not
falling
don't
asleep.
think I'm going to make it. I'm just going to message her and be like, hey, can we do the weekend?
You're alive.
Almost. I almost had 2 accidents on the way here.
Oh, shit.
My driving was very dodgy.
What happened?
I almost rear-ended some person.
Oh, my goodness.
Trying to change lanes in front of a truck.
Yeah, those trucks, they don't fuck around.
Like, I'm surprised this recording's even happening.
You're here. You lived. It was meant to be.
Yeah, no, I should have been a pancake on the road, really. But.
Oh, my God. Did you get a big toot from a truck? Because they love love that. Oh.
Maybe they were impressed by my manoeuvre.
We're talking about, hang on, we haven't introduced ourselves. Hi, I'm Georgia.
And I'm Olivia.
And welcome to Nurse Ratchet.
Any updates on last week?
Yeah.
I've got updates.
Okay.
And I never have updates.
Okay, you go first and I'll think about my updates.
I'm usually like, hot pot, pneumonia.
Hot pot and pneumonia.
No, so the last week has been quite exciting for me, actually.
Oh.
Me and my partner got a kitten. Whoa! Thank you, sir. He's like, no worries.
Oh my God, I just died.
That wasn't awkward at all.
He scared me and then he looked in and we were just sitting.
He heard me shout, thank you, sir.
Yeah, can you draw attention to us? I was like, no, don't move. Don't make any sudden movements and you won't see us. I don't like Uber drivers. I mean, I am one. I do Ubering, but I don't like people looking into my house. I just don't like it. Anyway.
No, I wouldn't either. Do you want to get the monsters then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pause.
Right,
anyway, we're back. We've got monsters in a cup. We've split it in half.
Georgia did a classic Georgia.
I did.
And only ordered one monster drink. And I'm like, come on, surely there's a second. You said you ordered 2. Go
I
ask the
yelled
Uber
down
driver.
to him.
Excuse me, is there a second monster?
He's like,
in the car?
no, one.
No.
I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
She's so pissed. Oh, I'm going to report this.
Yeah, go
Has
to
a look at the order. Only one drink. Are we surprised?
No.
How can I even be? Anyway.
It's a classic Georgia move.
Yeah, it is. But that's
anyway,
what we
we
love
split
about
it in
you.
half and we're currently caffeinating.
Quite fancy. It's like a cocktail.
Yeah. So what's your updates, girl?
My update. So me and my partner got a kitten. We have wanted a cat for a long time, and then we were talking about it, and then I met Ash, and I'm like, oh, my God.
Obsessed.
And so I went to Max, and I'm like, hey, let's think about it. And then we spent the whole day on the weekend.
Let's ponder this idea.
Like a week ago. Just like every time we looked at each other, we would just smile at each other because we both know exactly what we were thinking.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I am, B2.
Yes.
It's kitten time.
So we got all the stuff, all the supplies, and then we went and got a kitten. And so long story short, we went to, what's the place called?
Kmart?
No. We did go to Kmart for some stuff, but for the kitten, we went to the Lort Smith Animal Hospital.
Oh.
And there was a very small, gorgeous, grey, long-haired kitten there that was very, very sweet. We both really liked her. But we thought, okay, we'll go away and we'll think about it, even though we know she might be taken when we get back. And we were going to go see the other kittens, and we're like, no, we really want that grey kitten, actually. So we go back, and sadly, it's taken.
Oh, my God. You got to get in quick.
It's taken. And so is the other grey one that we also liked. Not as much, but we also liked the other grey kitten that was its sibling, and we were also considering that one. But she actually was adopting them both. We lost both of the grey kittens, so I literally cried in the car. Max almost cried too. He was trying not to cry. He was trying to be strong for me. So we're like, okay, fuck it. Let's head back to the other place again.
Yeah.
The Western Suburbs Cat Rescue.
All right.
We met 4 kittens and we decided on this cute little black boy. And so he's 3.5 months. We've named him Gus. It took us a long time to decide on a name. And what else? I tried to laminate my eyebrows at home in an at-home kit.
How'd that go?
Well,
They look okay. They're not burnt off.
It's okay. No, not yet, but I burnt my skin off.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
It still looks on to me.
Well, it was a few days ago now. The scraper that they give you in the kit, it's like a plastic comb, yeah? But it's very, very fine and it's very sharp and spiky. So I'm just like combing and combing and combing away. And I had to do it twice. Because the first time didn't really work. I wasn't happy. There was like some splayed hairs. The second time, my right eyebrow has always been my good eyebrow, but it looked really nice.
They're sisters, not twins.
Perfect. Exactly. This is what I was saying to Max. He was like, they're not the same.
They never are.
And I'm like, they're not meant to be. Anyway, so this one is a little bit fucked.
Okay.
Let's just say.
It looks okay from you.
Yeah. Well, see, yesterday at work, I had this beautiful, nice, neat eyebrow, and then this one was just had a mind of its own. And I spent the whole day like wetting my eyebrow.
Trying to make it look laminated.
I think I'm just going to go professional next time because...
Good plan. It's not cheap though, is it?
No, but the kit costs like $39 or $49.
That's still kind of up there, isn't it?
For the trouble that
The risk you're taking.
I scraped a fuck ton of skin off.
Ew.
Because it's basically like you have to put glue
Chemical
on your
debridement of eyebrows.
Yeah, you have to put, it's like a glue on your eyebrows and then you put the other shit on it to set it and then
Did
you put more
put Glad wrap on it?
Yeah.
Please,
All the
did you get a
stuff-
picture?
No,
Damn it.
it wasn't very funny.
Your eyebrows look normal.
Yeah, I don't want to go
because
too
I've watched
far.
TikToks where people literally burn off their
Really?
eyebrow hairs. Yeah.
I want to do an at-home eyelash perm too, but
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go there. I just think at home anything chemical is a recipe for disaster.
I did try doing my hair at home myself a while ago, like a few months ago, before I got it professionally done.
Yeah, how'd that go? Crickets?
I wore like double hat at work.
Oh.
I tried to do blonde highlights.
Highlights. Were they orange?
No, they weren't orange. They were really gold.
Oh, chunky? Thick?
There was one chunk. So
Get a
anyway,
picture
I
of
had
that at least.
Yes, I have photos.
Send it to me.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come for the
Okay,
listeners.
but you can't post it.
No, the listeners need to know. They want to see.
No one can know my failures and my shame.
Comment and tell us whether you want to see Olivia's chunky highlights. On the topic of comments, I discovered this week where the comments are. On the podcast, obviously I use a podcast platform. This is what podcasters do. They put their podcast on a platform and then the platform distributes the podcast out to different listening apps like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of that shit. And you do it on a website. And I use Buzzsprout and they have a thing where you can do fan mail where you basically text and you send it to a number which is on the website in the description. That's not been working. I've not been getting anything and I thought I'll just switch that off and see what else is happening. And I look on Spotify and there's actually comments on Spotify. So all of your comments are on Spotify.
Interesting.
I couldn't find any on Apple Podcasts or anything like that. And I just had a little browse on Spotify and I found all of your fucking comments. So thank you for commenting.
So it's not been total silence like
No, it's not been
like we thought.
Spotify's the place to be for info because we have 4.4 star rating out of 5, which is pretty fucking awesome.
That's really
I know.
good.
Go us.
Hell yeah.
And some of your comments. Let's have a little look.
Okay. The other update, Max got into Bachelor of Nursing.
Oh, did he really?
He got into the course. He just found out yesterday.
Oh my God, he's going to be a nurse.
Yeah.
That's so iconic because we were speaking about it like a year ago even. Like
He's
he
wanted to do it forever.
Oh, good on him.
He's always wanted to be a nurse.
Iconic.
Of
Which uni?
Swinburne.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Because of the GI Bill, military marine cover, so they pay for it all. He can only go to certain universities. Yeah.
That's awesome. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. So they'll pay for the
internationally
course.
as well.
Yeah. They'll give him a
fucking
rent
awesome.
allowance, pay for all his textbooks. Really,
Perks
really good.
of being in the military.
So that's why he's gone to Swinburne. Same
Oh, well,
knowledge.
congratulations to him.
Yeah.
How cool.
Thank you. I know. Very, very exciting.
All right, some of your comments. Okay.
Yes.
So our very first commenters was on Lucy Letby part 1.
This is going really back in time. This is going back. I'm scared.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
This one's from Beck.
Okay.
She says,
hi, Beck.
You beautiful ladies are amazing at this.
Thank you.
Really loved this one.
Okay.
The next one is from Adam, and he said, oh my God, I love the fact that you girls are so blunt and honest. Typical nurses, so used to hearing these sorts of conversations. PMSL. What does that stand for? PMSL.
PMS laughing?
Oh, yeah, pissing myself laughing.
Oh, pissing myself. I was thinking like PMS, like period.
No, it's a man.
No. Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
How nice
Pissing
myself
laughing.
Okay, Lucy Letby part 2. Adam also says, Lucy Letby is an absolute stain on society and the nursing profession. Absolutely agree.
That's a
Them's fun
big
words.
Statement.
She absolutely is a stain.
Skid mark. When's the last time you had a skid mark?
Oh my God. I have a story.
Is it? God, it's more recent
Almost
than
today.
I was thinking maybe.
Almost today.
You and your fucking IBS.
No.
And me
Yes.
and my IBS.
Literally.
And all that fun stuff.
So I've started a
Antibiotics.
fucking new medication.
Why?
I went on the pill because
Yeah.
of my adenomyosis.
Yeah.
My periods are horrific. I'm over them and I just want to skip them.
Fair enough.
The
Fuck
doctor
off.
said the birth control pill will reduce the amount of bleeding and pain and cramping and all of that shit. Anyway, new medication. I'm an IBS girly on a good day, and after my morning coffee, I always shit very regularly, but it's never solid. It's always a fucking explosion.
No.
Anyway, I usually can go to the toilet and then I'm good for the morning, right? But lately, after starting this medication, I'll have my coffee, go to the toilet, and then I go for a morning run, and then I take the dogs for a walk. And lately, I've been mid-dog walk and having massive cramps and needing to like run home. And today was not different. In fact, I barely made it home. I had to like power walk because running was too much like gravity.
Yeah. The force every time you hit the ground is just gonna...
It's going to come out. It's coming.
out.
It's coming. Bridesmaids. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming out of me like lava.
I shit myself on the street. I almost did shit myself on the street. Pretty much. It was that kind of vibe. But I did make it home, and there wasn't anything in my underwear, which I was grateful for. I wasn't quite sure. It did feel like it was coming out. It was definitely knocking. This is why I don't do anal, because I want to be able to maintain my sphincter, just strength, I guess.
I don't know if that...
I want it to be strong. I want it to be able to hold in my fucking shit when I'm urgently trying to get home a kilometre away from my fucking toilet. You know?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah, I do. I was doing what me and Max called shissing.
You got the liquid shits.
It was
Shissing.
plug, waterfall, waterfall after plug, waterfall after plug, shiss, some more and shiss some more. And then plug and have a waterfall and then do another shiss. That has been my entire last week. I did a shiss this morning.
I did a shiss this morning. Honestly,
I feel another shiss coming.
Moving on.
Who are we talking about today, Georgia? Or do we have more comments?
We do have more comments.
Okay.
So Lucy Letby part 3. Beck says, would a sepsis baby require insulin to help lower blood sugars? I would say yes.
Well, potentially, yeah.
Yeah. And they did. If a baby has sepsis and it has high blood sugars.
Require insulin.
They may require insulin. Omeo Joe, this is my dad. He commented on the kitten drama. He said, love you, darling, and know firsthand that you love and care for your pets as well. I hope the kids recover from their loss. As for the people's opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one.
Good.
Thanks, Dad.
By the way, so sepsis can cause either hyper or hypoglycemia. None on like Edmund Cullen or anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Charlie.
Charlie. Oh my God.
That was a deep one.
So heavy. Anyway, no, that's it.
Was that really satisfying?
Yeah, it was. I have a little bit of hay fever today. It's been half an hour of recording. We probably should get on to the actual fucking episode, which is today we are talking about Paolo Macchiarini. So, he is a malignant, narcissistic psychopath, and it's a true story of one of the most dangerous con men in medical history. Have you ever heard of him?
No, actually, no, not at all.
Well, he's an Italian surgeon. His name is Paolo Macchiarini. He became an international medical superstar for his stem cell research and the development of a synthetic trachea replacement.
Wow. Okay.
He was handsome, charming, and some would say brilliant.
As a lot of Italian men seem to be.
I know.
Charming,
I know.
handsome, and reeling in the ladies.
This is going to be a multiple-parter. Just
excellent.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit to get through. Anyway, he had a very prestigious path to becoming an internationally renowned surgeon. He studied medicine in Italy, France, and the United States, according to his resume.
Okay.
And he was a professor in medical schools in Germany and Spain.
Okay, so sounds well experienced.
Impressive, right? But we find out later that most of his credentials did not match up with the timeline and the institutions themselves. So he forged a lot of his...
Like Dr. Death.
He bullshitted a lot of his credentials. He was born on the 22nd of August in 1958 in Basel, Switzerland. Basel, Basel. So Macchiarini claimed that he had a difficult childhood growing up in Basel, and he often felt like an outsider.
Didn't they all?
I know. Boo-hoo. While studying medicine at the University of Pisa, Macchiarini reportedly had a formative experience when his father fell ill and local doctors couldn't find anything wrong with him. Shortly after, he died for unknown causes. He was Italian, but grew up in Switzerland, where he was the first and only Italian in school. He was multilingual, but he didn't speak much Italian. So when he went there for medical school, he again felt like an outsider, and his professional advancement was somewhat hindered, he says. He also believed that the Italian medical field was corrupt, and unless you were rich or the son of a celebrity or politician, you would never succeed in the Italian medical field. Classic narcissistic
Could
thinking.
be true, though. I mean, wonder what it's like over there.
But yeah,
I wonder what it's like, the culture in medicine. It would be interesting to find out.
It may be a bit elitist.
Could be very could
what
be
you have and who you know over your intelligence, but yeah.
Well, it's like that here as well to an extent.
In Macchiarini's telling, he then left Italy to avoid a system that only rewarded those with the right connections. He obtained his medical degree at the Medical School of the University of Pisa in 1986. He got a Master of Surgery in 1991.
Okay.
He was also an assistant professor at the University of Pisa from 1990 to 1992. He also claimed he was a fellow for approximately 2 years in the Department of Thoracic Surgery at the University of Alabama in Birmingham in 1989, my birthday. Although
Fucking random.
this was refuted later.
Alabama.
Yeah, this was refuted later by the university as they did not have a Department of Thoracic Surgery.
Yeah, wow. There's something that was fucking weird there
so
straight
funny.
away as soon as you said that.
Oh my God. He was, however, a fellow for 6 months in their haematology oncology department.
Quite different.
Yeah, quite
This guy already has like signs of like paranoia and grandeur.
Grandiose delusions.
Yeah,
for
grandiose
sure.
delusions and stuff like that.
Of his own self. Yeah. Paolo obtained a master's degree in organ and tissue transplantation, dated 1994, and a doctorate in the same, dated 1997, from the University of Franche-Comté in France.
Oh, fancy.
So it goes all over the fucking world.
Yeah, like most of these people seem to do to avoid detection of either their crimes or how shit they are.
Yeah, it never stays in one place for long.
Nah, because they'll be caught or they fucked up.
Someone sort of twigs onto them being strange and then they
See you later.
they yeet themselves out of there off to another
Alabama.
fucking country. To Alabama. I don't think he never really until later broke into the American side of surgery because FDA and whatnot.
Becoming a nurse in America, we'd have to do the whole NCLEX exam.
Yeah,
and
what? Fucking
all that
NCLEX.
stuff. And
I don't think I'd ever
coming
pass
to
that.
Australia as a nurse is very
maybe I would've.
difficult.
After university, Paolo was head of the Department of Thoracic and Vascular Surgery at the Heidhaus Hanover Hospital. I don't know where that is, maybe Germany. Between 1999 and 2004. That is in Germany. I checked.
Right.
Yeah. So we're just going through his credentials at this stage. Macchiarini was an investigator at the Institut de Investigacions Biomédiques in Barcelona, Spain. From 2006 to 2009. So he's done a lot. In June 2008, Paolo was thought to have revolutionised the world of medicine when he performed the world's first trachea transplant on a 30-year-old mother named Claudia Castello. So,
How did that go?
well, Castello had damage to her airways caused by tuberculosis that caused severe shortness of breath. So Macchiarini took a donor cadaver trachea, covered it with stem cells from Castello's own bone marrow, and effectively gave her a new windpipe. The tissue was used to replace her left bronchus as well, which had been damaged by tuberculosis, and her left lung had collapsed. The bone marrow cells were cultured at the University of Bristol. The donor trachea was stripped at the University of Padua. I probably butchered that. The stripped trachea was seeded with the cultured cells at the University of Milan, and the trachea was transplanted by a team led by Macchiarini at the hospital clinic in Barcelona. So this trachea has gone all over the place.
Yeah, it's travelled more than I have. What the fuck?
Yes, me too. But this made worldwide headlines because it was the very first trachea transplant.
Wow.
This procedure was supposed to prevent organ rejection as well as the use of powerful immunosuppressant drugs with the use of the patient's own stem cells. Like that was the idea. It was very experimental at this point.
Yes.
That's basically his MO, experimental surgeries. The press referred to the operation as the dawn of the stem cell revolution, with Paolo himself calling it a major achievement in the history of medicine. Of course he would.
Yeah, he's very full of himself.
He is. The operation was published in the Lancet journal.
Oh.
A follow-up Lancet paper reported the highly fragile patient travelling from January 2010 onward, 3 years, every 3 to 4 months from Barcelona to Florence to be examined and to receive stents at the Cugi Institute in Italy. While always found in good health by Macchiarini and his partners, reportedly. Claudia's real medical state, however, was very serious at all times due to infections and debris from poorly biodegradable stents. She returned to the hospital clinic in Barcelona and asked them to remove her left lung, which happened in 2016.
Jeez.
She's now doing well given the circumstances.
Wow.
So she sort of took over her own healthcare. So that's a little taste of what's to come.
I like tastes.
I like tastes too, if they're good ones. Oh my God, I've got another update. I'll cut and paste.
What?
I don't know how I got to this because it's been 2 weeks since we recorded last. I did a full STD screen.
Yeah.
Because I had a little hookup with one of my roster guys.
Yeah.
And I think like 2 days later, I got like tonsillitis and my health anxiety told me that I had chlamydia of the tonsil.
I've had chlamydia before. It's not good.
I don't know how I mean, there was some deep throating happening. Like...
Dude, I want to see this now. I want to see how far can you take it.
No. This is PG podcast.
No, I know, but like later. I want to know how far you can go.
Anyway, I don't actually particularly like deep throating, but you know how they kind of like fuck your face a little bit?
They like it, yeah.
And they just kind of see how far you can, and they like to make you fucking gag. And I'm just like, I actually stopped and said, can you not fuck my face? Thank you. So my tonsils are sensitive. Anyway.
Yes.
This just turned into a MA15 plus podcast real quick.
2 seconds after you said this is PG. Keep it PG, Olivia.
Anyway, I convinced myself I had chlamydia of the tonsil. So I called in sick. They were not impressed. Why? Because I did it a little bit late. Like I got up for work. I had a morning shift. Got up, went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, looked at my tonsil and saw that there was white patches on my tonsil. But I'm very prone to tonsillitis and I usually get viral tonsillitis.
Yeah.
But whenever I see a white patch on my tonsil, I'm like bacterial tonsillitis, you know? But this looked different. It didn't look like a patch of pus. It just looked like a white discoloration of my tonsil. So I Googled it. Never Google.
Tonsil stone?
No, I get tonsil stones. Didn't look anything like that.
Okay.
Immediately chlamydia came up and I was like, okay, we're going to go get a full STD screen.
Oh, shit.
I know. And then I like panicked for like a week waiting for the results.
Oh, my God.
I got a blood test. I did all of it. And then I'm clean.
Okay.
Hooray, she's clean. No tonsil clap.
No, nothing.
No, nothing.
Good.
I said to the doctor, I was like, I'm scared I've got chlamydia of the tonsil. And he's like, unlikely, but okay.
Did you tell him I was deep throating this guy?
He goes, was there oral sex involved? I was like, obviously. I said, yes. Well, yes. Well, obviously.
Of course, doctor.
Yes, doctor. Do you want the details?
Yeah. He probably was wondering how far you can take it too.
Oh, my God. I would have preferred to have gone to a female doctor, but I was desperate to get a screen and he was the only one available. So
yeah. Fuck it.
So, yeah. Also did a pregnancy test just to be thorough. Negative all round. So we're happy, we're thriving, we're STD free.
You're an STD free bitch.
That's my little update. She's clean, guys. Come on over.
HIV around here.
Anyway, moving on.
Keep telling me about this wonderful man.
I don't know how we got there. Anyway.
I've forgotten update.
Because you said taste and I was thinking of oral.
Come. Tastes awful. Guys, drink water, please.
It actually depends. Thanks. I've had horrible tasting cum and I've had acceptable tasting cum.
Yeah.
I've never enjoyed the taste of cum.
No.
But I'll swallow it if
tolerable.
I have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfectly
It's tolerable
doable.
if you look after yourself. I've had people taste like metal.
Water.
Have you ever tasted someone's cum that is metallic?
No, that could be like from a medication though. I wonder.
Yeah, it was something.
I've usually had
into it.
It's either really salty, really bitter, or really thick and goopy and salty and bitter.
It's the goop I can't do. It's like snot.
Like I say, drink water. It will help it taste less salty, help it taste less bitter, and it'll make it thinner so we can actually deal with it
going down
and swallow it if you really, really want that.
Yeah, fucking use Google.
Yeah.
Wash your dick and make sure your cum tastes good. Very simple. Anyway.
That was such
a...
We've left the fucking country.
We have left the
Melbourne,
country.
Australia.
Let's back to Paolo. All right. This taste of fame kicked Paolo's ambitions into high gear. And over the next 8 years, he rocketed to the status of superstar surgeon. He was pioneering a hot new field which lacked experts in research, which meant he was able to go relatively unchallenged. Isn't that insane?
He's leading the way.
He is a pioneer in experimental surgery, and people just think that's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, people would just follow him like sheep.
It's just fucking crazy, right? After that 2008 surgery, Italy made a very public plea for him to come and practice there and offered him a fully funded lab and a residency at the Curgi Hospital in Florence. Or I think it's actually Cugi, pronounced Cugi anyway, and a full professorship at their medical school. However, a requirement of employment required him to be fully vetted, as you do, and he never made it to that job. As they were unable to verify certain credentials. Interesting, huh? Probably his resume didn't add up. Instead, he was affiliated with, but not an employee of the University of Barcelona, and was apparently an employee at the Hospital Clínic de Barcelona during this time. He also had an honorary appointment as a visiting professor from 2009 to 2014 at the University College of London. Later in 2010, Macchiarini was appointed as a visiting professor at the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm as a part-time position as a surgeon at the affiliated university hospital as well. So this is one of the hospitals that is really tied into all of the controversy later.
Okay.
Yeah, they stood by him staunchly while all of these allegations of misconduct and shit came out. Even whistleblowers, we'll find out later. Yeah, so in 2010, Paolo implanted a seeded donated trachea in a 25-year-old woman in Russia. I'm going to butcher this, so apologies.
Can I look?
Zadra Iglikova. While working with surgeon Vladimir Pashin. According to her parents, as of mid-2016, she had been unable to speak or stand and only left her home to visit health facilities. She died in 2018 due to complications from chronic pneumonia, a transesophageal fistula, and severe malnutrition. Insanity. June 9th, 2011, the first artificial windpipe was transplanted into a patient by Paolo in the Karolinska Institute in Sweden. So up until now, it was cadaver windpipes. So now we're at his experimental artificial windpipes.
What were they made of, these artificial windpipes?
They were biosynthetic windpipes coated in stem cells. Okay. Don't know what they were made of. Plastic.
Some sort of plastic matrix thing.
His name was Andemariam Bain. He was a man from Eritrea. Do you know where that is?
No.
Hey Siri, where is Eritrea? It's in Africa, guys. He was earning a master's degree in Iceland when he was diagnosed with cancer. The cancer was treated with chemotherapy and surgery in 2009, but in 2011 his trachea obstructed.
Oh.
Yeah. So Bain's doctors recommended palliative care, but also reached out to Paolo at the Karolinska Institute. In this case, Paolo collaborated with scientists at University College of London to manufacture a fully synthetic trachea with an engineered scaffold seeded with Bain's marrow cells, instead of using a donated and stripped trachea, as he's been doing previously. So during this surgery, an artery burst. Paolo became frustrated and asked his assistant to take over, and he left the operating room mid-hemorrhage.
What the fuck?
What a fucking bitch. What a bitch. The assistant chalked it down to him being overwhelmed due to the immense pressure on him for this experimental surgery to succeed.
Clearly there's a lot of pressure, yeah, but he's putting it on himself.
Yeah.
By creating this crap.
The assistant, Dr. Grinamo, stepped in and stabilised the patient. Okay. Then Macchiarini returned. No one said anything, and the entire surgery was 9 hours, and the patient survived thanks to Dr. Grinamo. He asked the assistants to close also because he was tired AF. At this point, the assistants were honoured to have even been a part of it. They would say later that they questioned whether they should have stepped in then, because had that first patient died, the trial may have stopped and many more people would have been alive today.
Wow.
I know. Crazy. The operation occurred in June 2011 and was widely covered in the media.
This is recent.
Yeah.
What the... This is actually... Wow, okay. Shit, okay.
Was widely covered in the media, including a front page story in the New York Times. But what wasn't covered in the New York Times was that by the end of the year, the implant was failing. And while Bain was able to complete his PhD in 2012, he died in January of 2013, despite undergoing many follow-up treatments at the Karolinska Institute. Mm-hmm. The autopsy showed that Bain had a chronic lung infection, a clot in his lung, and the synthetic trachea had become loose because it was essentially rotting inside of him.
Ew.
Yeah. Can you imagine like a
No.
synthetic trachea just rotting inside of you?
No.
How you would suffocate to death? Fucked.
And go septic, probably.
The next patient, Christopher Lyles, lived in the United States. He had a young daughter who he was parenting alone. He was desperate to be there for her as she grew up, and he was her only surviving parent. He had tracheal cancer, which was treated with radiation and surgery. He heard about Bain's treatment, who was currently still alive and doing well, and through his doctor asked Paolo to do the same for him. Macchiarini obliged. The surgery wasn't approved and available in America, so he flew Christopher Lyles to Sweden, where he implanted a fully synthetic trachea seeded with his own stem cells from Lyles' bone marrow and implanted it at the Karolinska Institute in November 2011. He survived the surgery but died suddenly in 2012 after he returned home. No autopsy was performed.
Why not?
Not sure.
Probably not routine.
He was terminal.
Yeah.
So a lot of these patients were... Their prognosis wasn't good. And so they would reach out to this doctor they found on Google.
The last chance doctor. No one else would do what he was willing to do.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the next patient, Turkish national Yasim Satir, underwent a routine surgery in 2011 to treat excessive sweating in her hands.
Okay.
But during that surgery, her trachea was severely injured and her left lung was damaged.
How?
Maybe the tube balloon cuff was too high.
So this is an anaesthetic problem then?
Possibly.
Okay.
She came to Macchiarini at the Karolinska Institute for treatment, and in 2012 he first removed her left lung and replaced her trachea with the synthetic windpipe. The next year, the implant collapsed and Macchiarini replaced it with a second one. Satir had many complications from this procedure. She remained in constant need of having her airway being cleared with suction and suffered kidney failure. In 2016, she underwent multiple organ transplants in the US and her trachea was replaced with one from a cadaver. Suffering for many years with the complications of this initial surgery, she died in March of 2017. So she got this surgery in 2011.
Last few years.
She got it in 2011 and suffered until 2017 and then died of organ failure.
That's awful.
It's fucked, huh?
That's awful. Her quality of life must have been so poor.
So bad. And she wasn't even a terminal patient. She just had a damaged trachea. You know what I mean? And a damaged lung from her surgery. Paolo was also operating in Russia. In June 2012, Macchiarini implanted a fully synthetic seeded trachea in Yulia Chulik at Cuban State Medical University in Russia. Yulia had a tracheostomy resulting from a car accident, but her life was not in danger. A single mother and a dancer, and was desperate to get back to living a normal life following her car accident. The graft included a cricoid cartilage, which Macchiarini had not tried before. The surgery was highly publicised in Russia and part of a documentary following Paolo's surgeries. He paraded her around post-surgery to the press, showing how well she was doing after. But the trachea later collapsed. It was replaced, but she died in 2014. An audit by the Russian government later found that Macchiarini had operated without a Russian medical license.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Arsehole.
I know. Also in June of 2012, in Russia, Macchiarini implanted a second synthetic seeded trachea on Alexander Zazulya, who also had a tracheostomy resulting from a bike accident and whose life was not in danger. He also received a synthetic trachea by Paolo at Cuban Medical University in Russia. The effects from this first implant in 2012 prompted a second surgery in November 2013. Complications, I suspect. He later died in February 2014. He had several operations to improve his state, but died due to mass bleeding, allegedly from an area unrelated to the trachea.
Okay, sure.
Allegedly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Wow. This is when I'm in year 12. So I'm 18 at this point.
Yeah, crazy.
That's 10 years ago.
Insanity.
That's not long ago. Okay.
I feel like I remember some thing in the news about synthetic tracheas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Wow.
In late summer in 2012, this is where we get to his fraternizations and relationships. Spoiler alert, there were multiple. In late summer in 2012, our main character, Benita Alexander, our co-star, really, was a journalist working as a producer for NBC at Rockefeller Center in, I think it's New York. She received an email about a potential up-and-coming story about an incredible new development in science led by an Italian surgeon and scientist, Paolo Macchiarini. He had a nickname as a super surgeon. He seemed close to doing something no one had done before, building entirely new body parts in the lab and transplanting them into people.
Please.
She discovered that in just a few short years, Paolo had come leaps and bounds in his research field, starting off with harvesting tracheas from cadavers, stripping them of their cells, then bathing them in recipients' own stem cells, and it had worked. Air quotes. But he had gone further from this, and he and a team of surgeons in Karolinska Institute had also performed the world's first synthetic trachea transplant. At this point, Paolo had performed 5 transplants and Benita wanted to do a story on the next one. A few days later, she heard back that the story would go ahead. For his next surgery, he would be operating on a little girl called Hannah Warren.
Oh, no. What the fuck?
Born in Seoul. Her father was Canadian, her mother was Korean, and she was born without a windpipe. Very rare conditions.
This guy has no fucking moral compass.
No, zero. Benita reached out to Hannah's dad. She wanted to center their documentary around his daughter. Hannah had a breathing tube inserted through her esophagus to her lungs, which means her nutrition happened entirely through a peg. So she'd never eaten food. She couldn't leave the hospital and her prognosis was not to live past 6 anyway. So
she's entirely
dependent on this experimental surgery. Yeah. But she's 4 at this point. Hannah's dad found Paolo Macchiarini through a Google search out of desperation to help his daughter. Paolo accepted the surgery and was due to perform the surgery at the Children's Hospital of Illinois. It would be the first kind in US, pending FDA approval. Benita was excited to cover the story, but before the surgery could go ahead, Benita got an email informing her that Paolo was being accused of trying to extort patients in Italy by telling them that they could get their desperately needed operations outside of Italy, but they would have to pay in cash and it would cost thousands of dollars. So these are terminal patients that need surgery. Yeah. Paolo.
I'm thinking of someone else right now.
Yeah, who else? Oh, yeah. We could cover him. We could totally cover him.
So? You think we wouldn't be done for
He's
defamation?
banned from Australia.
You know, I was his anaesthetic nurse once.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty close to home, isn't it? Fucking hell. I mean, he's had a trial, hasn't he? About
I think
it?
so.
Yeah. We could do it. That would be juicy. But we'd have to say allegedly. You know, because he's not convicted of anything.
Well,
he's just banned in Australia, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he
would have
be
to do
banned unless there's good enough reason.
That's fair.
There must be some sort of proof that he was fucking people over.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
So Paolo said these were patients who were desperately ill and they had no other option and he was trying to help them and it was all a giant misunderstanding. The Illinois FDA then approved the surgery to go ahead in America.
I was waiting for you to say, what does the FDA do?
Despite all of the allegations, well, not all of them, but this one little allegation that...
You know why?
Paolo
the FDA is all about money.
Yeah. Benita arranged for an interview with Paolo at a restaurant prior to the surgery. He was over half an hour late and this irritated Benita. Would irritate me too, Queen. She called him and no answer. Eventually he turned up and immediately Benita was taken with him. He was tall with dark hair, dark eyes. He was wearing tight jeans, a form-fitting blazer, a scarf wrapped around his neck. He was charming with an air of Italian arrogance, but also a soft, gentle side to him. Does this not sound like the days of our lives?
Wow. He sounds
Bonita
dreamy.
and Paolo. He does.
He sounds dreamy.
He does
and
sound
he's a
so dreamy.
doctor. He's a surgeon.
Hello.
An up-and-coming, world-renowned, first of his fucking whatever the fuck surgeon.
You can understand the allure.
Wow.
Apparently, he looked at Benita and she described how their eyes locked. He had a smile on his face and he cocked his head to the side.
Oh,
And Benita felt like a silly little schoolgirl. She felt a lightning bolt energy between them. These are all her words.
okay.
She felt embarrassed at how taken she was with him.
I'm embarrassed for her.
I'm embarrassed for her too.
Yeah. Serious? She's making a fool of herself.
Yeah, well, things moved quickly after that in terms of the surgery. Benita and Paolo flew with Hannah and her parents from Korea to Illinois. Paolo sat next to Benita on the plane, and whilst his energy was focused on Hannah, he noticed an energy shift in Benita, and he asked her what was wrong. The truth was that Benita was very vulnerable at that time because her ex-husband John had brain cancer and was about to die. He was also her best friend. They divorced, but they were still very good friends and co-parents to their daughter. She shared with Paolo how much her daughter's dad meant to her. Benita was struggling with facing the fact that she was about to be a sole parent and how to tell her daughter that her hero was dying.
Yeah.
When Paolo asked Benita what was wrong, it was like a dam breaking and she trauma dumped all over him on that plane, right into the hands of a predator, basically. He gave her helpful, caring advice and Benita began to feel super close to him. They talked the entire plane ride. Paolo asked Benita a lot of questions about her daughter and how she was doing, and Benita was taken with how he seemed to genuinely care about her and her daughter, like he cared for his patients. He definitely came across really caring about the patients as well. Yeah, he was a very good con man. The day of Hannah's operation arrived, and there were all kinds of news crews covering the surgery. Benita watched the surgery on a live feed from the operating theatre along with many other reporters. So they had a camera set up in the OR and then the feed went to a room with all the... Yeah. The surgery went for 9 hours. Then Paolo emerged and announced that everything had gone to plan. A few weeks later, Paolo sent a video of Hannah smiling without a plastic tube through her throat. She was eating food. She had a lollipop that Paolo had given her. Her eyes were wide with wonder and joy at tasting a lollipop. This was the fairy tale they had all hoped for. But the fairy tale would not last. The operation was performed at the Francis Medical Center in Illinois. The operation also involved her esophagus, which did not heal properly and required a second operation in June. Sadly, she died in July 2013 from complications of the second surgery. Her parents said in a statement following her death, "She is a pioneer in stem cell technology and her impact will reach all corners of our beautiful earth. She's free now and with her angel wings, she will perform many more miracles in heaven." So they were like, you know, she was going to die anyway. We thought we'd give this a chance, but it didn't work out. But really, Paolo robbed them of like 2 years with their daughter.
Yeah, and any sort of peaceful...
Yeah. Would have been horrible.
Just having a like decent last couple of years with her. He filled it with trauma and
pain
and suffering and death. Yeah.
And her death
Personal
was
gain.
highly publicised as well. It could
all
have
for
been
personal
private.
gain.
It could have been a private death with her family, but it was all over the news and everything.
Yeah.
The weeks following Hannah's surgery, things worsened for Benita. Her ex-husband John had slipped into a coma, and because she was busy with Hannah's documentary, she had missed the chance to say goodbye. Paolo noticed a change in Benita again, and she again opened up to him. He arranged a way for her to say goodbye. John's favourite flower was the bird of paradise. He took her to buy 3 birds of paradise to represent her daughter and John, and they went to a beach on the back of Paolo's motorcycle, and he allowed her to say goodbye while throwing the flowers into the water. He waited for her on the bike.
3 of them on the motorcycle?
Her, Paolo, and the flowers.
Oh, sorry.
No, she didn't take all 3 of them. He had already died by this point, and her daughter was not there.
Sorry. I'm so tired.
The flowers
today,
were
in
representing.
In case you couldn't tell.
This is so like Days of Our Lives. Anyway, when she was done, she returned to Paolo and she looked up and their eyes met. His eyes seemed warm, kind and understanding, and she fell into his arms. She felt as though she was walking away from pain and walking into something that seemed warm, comforting and hopeful. And she needed that desperately, so you can understand how she soon began to fall in love with Paolo. And that is the end of part 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And these are the days of our lives. There's so much more to cover.
Fucking Paolo.
the relationship between Paolo and Benita, and basically the emergence of all of his malpractice as well.
Great.
And a trial, thankfully.
Nice.
He is currently in jail. So spoiler alert.
Yeah.
He gets caught. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment. Oh, we also have a nursing nightmare fuel sent to us. Yay. Our very first one. So I'm so excited about that. Please send us your nightmare stories. Anything that has been, you know, a nightmare for you as a nurse or a medical practitioner or a healthcare worker. Send them into nurseratchetpodcast@gmail.com. Leave your comments on Spotify because we will see them then. Okay? But you can listen to this anywhere, obviously. But I haven't seen any other comments anywhere else. So if you have an idea of where you've left a comment, please let me know on the Instagram because I will see your DMs or send me an email. Okay? Yeah. Apologies for my illiterateness of podcasting. We're still working it out. All right, we're both going to go to bed now. So have the best week and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.